I'm not sure if I'm in the right position for this, but let's do this. You're probably very confused. Don't worry, I am too. Um, in case you miss me, hi. And in case you don't know me, hi, I am Clara and I'm the owner of this bookish space called The Ink Path, a place I haven't been in a long time and a place I want to come back to. So let's reintroduce myself and why I went away in this tiny video. Alright? To put you into context, I left this space a few years ago. I don't remember exactly how long, because I was kind of my context was very complex and stressful, and I was doing the PhD at the time about book two, in fact, and I was happy about the topic, but I also felt like I was not belonging into, I was not belonging in the academic sphere, while also having trouble to enjoy reading because the one of the main themes of my work as a researcher was actually sitting down and read a lot of text and summarize and adapt to what I wanted to say and to support my arguments and my insight on the topic. The issue for that was that I had to read so much that I barely had any kind of inkling into reading for fun or time to film. So I didn't have things to talk about because PhD stuff was dense and new, and I didn't know if talking about it here with you was what you wanted. So if I focused on reading for pleasure, I didn't have time for that either. So that left me with very a small amount of books to talk about. Especially, it was not that I didn't have topics to talk about, because even if I didn't read, I could discuss about books or topics related to books that I wanted to discuss or I thought you may like. But it was also a matter of energy because book two was theoretically also my work, my 9 to 5 or more work. So having to film, it wasn't fun anymore. It was kind of, I was not able to separate the theoretical bit of my work, which was enormous, from talking to you for fun. And because I didn't have a lot of content and a lot of reading done on things that you may enjoy and that I was also enjoying, I found myself without energy or topics to talk about. So I started kind of spacing the videos or filming videos and then rewatching them when I had to edit and realized that I didn't like how I sounded or how I looked or what I discussed. So I threw them in the bin. And that was a week after a week after a week. And I think it was 2 years ago when I started playing with the idea of going back to the channel. But in the meantime of me being away, new formats and new platforms have appeared to talk about books, and I wasn't sure if YouTube was the place I remember it to be or the place I was analyzing it as a researcher. And I wasn't sure if I would fit in there because I didn't want to open a new space in a different platform because I found that I preferred, like I'm doing now, having this feeling of we are having a tea together and we are chatting. I don't like constraints on my content. I understand that some people wouldn't like to listen to someone for 10 minutes straight, but I don't mind. And I felt, as I said 2 years ago, that I wanted to come back, that I have better equipment to do so. But again, I felt insecure and scared because not only new platforms have been kind of appearing in the digital world, but I also felt like even though I keep reading and I had keep doing so through these years, I wasn't sure if my voice was really wanted here. I am not saying that you may. I'm not saying that you have to do any signal for that to happen, but I also felt like I didn't have anything else to say, and I didn't know if the existing people in the community would like me to talk. As I said before, I read a lot of books since I left the channel, but going back to them from out of the blue would be strange. And I have changed, and everything has changed in my life. So I didn't want to leave the channel. It just I drift apart from it and from the person I was when I was comfortable filming. But from that time period, from 2 years ago, I've been playing around with the idea of coming back, filming, and trying to edit those things I filmed. But I didn't like it, and trying to do a summary of what happened in the meantime was forced. It was more of having a narrator voicing over. I didn't film in whatever years because XYZ. I didn't want that either. So what I found myself thinking is I want to come back here, but I was scared of not having the resources to chat about books anymore, because I'm reading a lot, but I don't think I will be doing the wrap ups or the reviews every single week, because I am not that kind of reader anymore. I'm slower. I'm also having health issues, which is not relevant to this space, but because it includes my, or it deals with my eyesight, reading is kind of a compulsory thing for me, but also something that can be risky or tiresome more than I remember it to be. So I was scared that feeling inadequate and feeling like my main topic of discussion, books, was not as easy to enjoy and to access as it was before, was an issue. But then I thought, I'm scared and I can see that, I can understand that, but if I still feel like this booktube community is doing this pulling for me to come back, even if only my friends see me, I need to do something about it. And even though I'm scared and I'm having issues, I'm also having more time to. I'm doing a lot of things aside from what I plan to do with this, but I need to find a way to make me feel comfortable with the community again, and maybe that way the nervousness and the anxiety about coming back will ease, will kind of decrease. And I wanted to start from here because I didn't want to appear in your screen as if nothing happened. Things happen. I had a doctorate now, but my health declined, so and my mental health declined. So I had to step down from when where I was working, and now I am trying to go back into the book sphere as a new publisher, I hope, or new publisher assistant, I hope, at some point when all is settled and I'm better with my eyesight. So until that happens, I want to do things that, because my health is not very great, I want to do things that make me happy, and the idea of coming back here made me happy. I want to enjoy it and try to find spaces and things I want to chat about in more natural way. So I don't want that pressure of posting or reading or creating this impossible TBR or full TBR. I will probably do all of those things because those are dynamics that are easy if you don't have kind of pre prepared content, or there are good kind of themes to start around or to play around, but I don't want that kind of imposition either. So my initial idea is to sit down and just chat with you. It might be a wrap up, it may be a review, it may be a discussion video, it may be me talking about how I love a new author that I never heard before, and only chatting about her and her books or the books I read about her, chatting about the adaptations I wish I could see or the adaptations that are going to be coming soon. I don't know, I just want to feel comfortable and have this feeling of this is what I want to do. I want to film this video and I feel okay. I don't feel as an imposter. I don't feel I should be doing XYZ, and I don't want to feel this a chore either. I want to enjoy. This might come up to your screens tomorrow, next month, I'm not sure, but I want to film enough videos for me to feel comfortable to have this space as a discussion space to talk about books. And maybe you don't see me and this falls into the, maybe this may feel, sorry, if you don't see me and this just goes into the void, that's fine. I've never been a huge booktuber with the numbers, but I want to go back to myself, to feeling excited and feeling joyful about books, and I am like that among my friends when we find new books and new recommendations. But I want to bring this because I love the creative side of booktube, even if for me it's just as simple as sitting down and chat. But I want to feel that spark in me again. And if I didn't do this, I will not get it. So I hope you stay, and I hope we rediscover this hobby of mine and this love for reading all over again, as if I was 23 instead of 34. See you very, very soon, I hope. Bye.